President Trump is in Japan this morning as he continues his high-stakes visit to Asia. Overnight, the president and Japan's new Prime Minister, Sanae Takaichi, signed a trade agreement and a framework that will see the U.S. and Japan cooperate on supplying critical minerals and rare earth metals. And earlier, the pair addressed U.S. military personnel aboard the USS George Washington, where the president heaped praise on the new Japanese leader.
And I have such respect for Japan and the country, and now I have a really great respect for the new and incredible Prime Minister. And I have to say this, the first female Prime Minister in the history of Japan.
CBS News foreign correspondent Ramy Inocencio joins us from London with more on this newly budding relationship and the visit overall. Good morning, Ramy. This was really one of the first big tests for Japan's newly elected Prime Minister. So how did that meeting with President Trump go?
Yeah, Errol, good morning to you. Really, it couldn't have gone any better than that. You know, you just saw the cheers there. Sanae Takaichi raising her hand in the air and just eating it up there, that applause. And it appears that U.S.-Japan ties have been forged tighter. But when it comes to the two trade documents that they signed, that's the meat here. There actually still aren't too many details. But Takaichi, she is taking this as that win, a needed win. She said she was impressed with Trump's diplomacy in the Middle East, you know, between Israel and Hamas. Also that Japan would nominate him for the Nobel Peace Prize. That's music to his ears. And she had a Ford F-150 waiting to greet him at the Akasaka Palace. So I guess, in effect, music to his eyes there. And she also gifted him with a golf club that belonged to the former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who Trump had good ties with. So basically, she made all the right moves. Trump heaped praise on her like we really haven't heard with many other foreign leaders. Take a listen.
I want to just let you know, anytime you have any question, any doubt, anything you want, any favors you need, anything I can do to help Japan, we will be there. We are an ally at the strongest level.
All right, but there are the details, right, about Japan's commitment to invest more than $500 billion, specifically $550 billion into the U.S. That was agreed to by the last government, but there is not too much detail there. Japan just did release at least a fact sheet outlining interest from Japanese companies. You'll know these names: Toshiba, Hitachi, Mitsubishi, into aspects like U.S. energy, artificial intelligence, and rare earths. All told, about $400 billion there. But these are, again, potential investments. And the two also signed a rare earths agreement to process those elements. But the timeline is not soon, only half a year at least to get things going. So optically, diplomatically, visually, it looks like a win. But when you get into the details here, we're still quite sparse in that.
And also, Ramy, while the president has been signing deals in Japan, China has been making its own deals in the region. What more can you tell us on that front?
Yeah, and this happened in Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, and it happened after President Trump left earlier this week. That left the next biggest economic juggernaut in the room, China, and the payout is what we're seeing right now, Errol. Beijing strengthened ties with ASEAN, and this is the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. It's got 11 countries in them: Indonesia, Thailand, Singapore, the biggest economies there. And this pact has 12 countries, including China here, promising to lower trade barriers. And the thing here is that this could help Beijing send its exports to those countries. And you got to look at it in the lens of what's happening between the U.S. and China. The U.S. and President Trump, of course, threatening massive tariffs, up to 100% tariffs by November 1st. We do know from our reporting of the past couple of days that that now apparently is off the table. But again, if that goes off the rails, then all the more important for Beijing to strengthen its ties across the region, as it is doing right now.
All right, Ramy Inocencio with all the latest for us. Thank you, Ramy.
Of course.